the Super Review Show here. This is Dan. He's back. And today we're going to be talking about a Batman. This is another editorial, just letting you know. This is another editorial on Batman Year One. How a movie that would have happened right around the time of Batman Begins.
Before Batman Begins.
2003, 4, right around there, right?
I'd say 2002, 2003. This would have been like a really radical Batman movie by the time it came out.
That's right. So, yeah, so as I said, it follows the Year One storyline.
Right.
Which I believe was Frank Miller, correct?
Written by Frank Miller himself.
Yes.
And the supposed story, penned by Frank Miller, would have been directed by, from fame of Requiem for a Dream, the wrestler, and Black Swan director himself, Darren Aronofsky.
Wow. Talk about creative talent.
Oh, yeah.
So, go ahead. Yeah.
So,
share your thoughts.
Well, first off, I like to say, after the success of Pi and Requiem for a Dream, that success drew Warner Bros. Attention towards Aronofsky, and they asked him, like, would you be interested in making a Batman reboot for us? He said, okay, sure. I'm not too sure. There was like either he wanted to or he didn't want to. There was a movie he wanted to make, but eventually he made it. It's called The Fountain. Like he wanted something out of it. Like I'm not too sure, but all I know is he got into Batman, and there's quite a story behind it. So that being said, we start off in a dark and stormy night. Yeah, lightning cracks across a black sky.
All Batman movies start that way.
No, not really. This one starts off pretty fine, and then we see Bruce Wayne lying in a bed, and he's having terrible nightmares. He's flinching, and then he bulks up, screaming his mind out, and he's not sleeping good. Like you could see it in his eyes; they're all hollowed out. His hands shake and whatnot. He has terrible nightmares because of his parents' death. And the thing is, he's not the boy billionaire at this point. He's actually a garage mechanic. What happened was, after his parents' death, he was found by a garage mechanic by the name of Big Al. Sound familiar?
Okay. And
he was brought in, and he was raised. He worked in an auto mechanic shop for the past 15 years. Bruce Wayne is now 23.
Okay.
There's like a small subplot in there, but it's not much of a rush. But anyways, he's working as a garage mechanic, and right across the street from him are all these prostitutes, and there's like a cat house, and across the street is none other than Dominatrix Selina Kyle.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
This Catwoman would have been present in this story, and then we focus on Jim Gordon, who's not commissioner yet, but he's a suicidal. I think he's a captain or lieutenant at this point. His wife is pregnant. For those who read the comic, wife is pregnant, but difference is he's been in Gotham for years. He's trying to get out for the sake of his unborn child. There's a lot of stuff going on, and one thing I'm going to bring out before we get more and more into this, the vein and tone of this story would have been like Death Wish, Taxi Driver, Serpico, and French Connections. For those of you who have seen these movies, you would definitely know what kind of story we're going to be getting into. So,
okay, all right, yeah.
So moving on with trying to put in much focus as possible. There's like a lot to put in. So there was something that Bruce comes across, like his father's signet ring that Big Al's son, Little Al, which the outfit in this version is described as an early middle-aged gigantic black man.
Really?
Which I swear, either these two actors, Michael Clark Duncan or Tommy Lister Jr., known as Tiny, you know him. He's Debo from Friday, the president from The Fifth Element, and the inmate who throws the detonator out the window of the boat in the Dark Knight. Either one of those two I could see as Little Al in this story.
I could definitely see Michael Clark Duncan.
Oh yeah.
Despite whatever you may think of Daredevil, I think he did a great job as King Kong.
I definitely agree. I think that was perfect casting.
Perfect casting. But go on, sorry.
Yeah. So as the story goes on, we see that Bruce, he's already troubled as he is with the troubled nightmares, but there's this rage inside him that's aching to get out. Like when he sees a pimp slapping around Selena, like he has that urge to go after him and start beating the shit out of him right there on the street like a dog.
Right.
But
he wants to do good.
Well.
In a sense.
In a way, yeah. Good, but at the same time, something is aching to get out. Like his demons are peeking their way out.
Yes.
But as always, Selena Kyle and Bruce Wayne, they have their interesting relationships down the road in the story. But so Bruce Wayne, he finds his father's signet ring given to him by Little Al, and further on, he puts the ring on, and he starts his little war on crime. After seeing Jim Gordon disobeying Commissioner Loeb's orders, who in this story of year one is the headmaster of all crime syndicates of Gotham City, a police commissioner, and he even has the mayor of Gotham City in his own back pocket. His own police commissioner has him by the strings. He has Gotham City by the ropes. He's puppeteering everything: the drugs, the women, everything, every kind of trafficking and illegal thing you could think of. Commissioner Loeb, he's the one pulling everything.
Damn.
Yeah, and so Jim Gordon, he's like in the year one story. Jim Gordon saves a child. He goes in by himself, drops his revolver. He goes in by himself, and Bruce gets the idea, like, okay, I'm going to start doing this. Takes the ring, and so every time he sees a criminal doing whatever, and he'll actually lure some people out, he would literally take them and literally bash their heads in. But it would leave marks, and it would go on live TV where the people would be badly injured, like marks across the face, and people are talking like the Batman, this Bat vigilante. Like, I do a small petty crimes, I get marked by the Bat, man. And Bruce is thinking this to himself as he's sewing like all these bad cuts. So Bruce knows how to sew. In a way, he's sewing his own wounds. He's a badass in this one.
Nice.
So then it clicks to him, like, now I see what you want me to do.
Right.
And from there, he doesn't travel around the world. I mean, at this point, he's a garage mechanic. He doesn't have all billions of dollars. But what he does is he goes to a library, rents a couple of books, and he learns from them, like fighting and tactics, like how to create your own homemade bombs and everything. And as he builds himself up, it catches everyone all around. They're like, okay, this guy's becoming a menace to all our crime syndicates. And Commissioner Loeb, who knows that Gordon is he's trying to crack the corruption in the police force.
Yes.
So he gets Gordon on the Batman case to distract him from what's really going on, and he's pissed off. He thinks Batman's a terrorist. Everything is wrong in Gotham City. But one thing, before I give everything away to JT,
yes,
there is something that people have been very confused about since this whole thing has come out. The TW and Bruce Wayne's signet ring, previously worn by his father, had the initials TW in it.
And some of you may be wondering. Not
right.
to cut you off.
No, it's okay.
So some of you might be wondering, what the heck does a TW mean for Batman?
How does it make a bat? And I'm gonna give the reins to JT. I'm gonna draw this out for you.
He's gonna finish it up. Believe it or not, he's drawing the rest of it right now while this video is recording. So yes, look, and it's funny. He mentions the ring. He mentions the fact again, it's Batman Year One. He's just starting out. And they later would do it with Batman Begins with Christopher Nolan, but this project was, in particular, to me, like, everything he's saying is just so. To me, back in 2002 or 2003, I mean, this would have been, in my opinion, a phenomenal film if it were to come, if it came to fruition. Yes, it didn't, but at the same time, it's still, it's one of those stories around Hollywood. Oh, this film didn't get made, or this Batman film. And honestly, the story arcs that he's talking about, how the commissioner, not Commissioner Gordon, the other commissioner, is in charge of the drug, like all the prostitution,
all trafficking of any kind.
Exactly, all illegal trafficking of drugs, like cocaine, like you name it, he's behind it. And I think that angle was really, to me, was probably one of the most appealing things that you've said. And and he's still drawing it. I said, okay, but it's okay. Bruce Wayne's 23, and with these nightmares that he's having of what's going, of what's psychological, I really think that the badassery of Batman would have really come out, like as you said. But at the same time, I feel like Batman is definitely a character. He's known for his character, not just his killing machine powers. Like he doesn't just go out and attack people or fight crime and stuff like that. But he also is a character. He has a lot of personality. He has a lot of diversity. Because Bruce Wayne is Batman. Batman is Bruce Wayne. And what he's going to get to in a second is really fascinating with the TW. When he first told me this, I was blown away by what he said. And this is right before we started making this video. And here he actually showed me what he's going to show you. It's very fascinating too. So, but it's the fact that, and as he just mentioned, now Bruce Wayne will be 23. He's slowly working his way to be a crime fighter of Gotham, a vigilante, a hero of the night. The Dark Knight, he, out of all the different incarnations of Batman we've seen and haven't seen and heard of, all three of them, he is just such a rich, just speaking generically, he's just such a rich character to delve into. Like, you can play David. We talked about on the previous editorial about how David Bowie was supposed to be the Joker in one of them. That's, to me, like, for those of you who've seen Labyrinth, that's. Is it all shown? You ready?
Yep.
Okay, so now to the camera. What you're going to see now, if you're you move closer, so the camera doesn't bite. The TW, I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but
They can see this.
Okay, they can see. So this, as you see here, is what he's talking about. Thomas Wayne became the Bat logo. You can just see how it became the Batman logo for his career as an illustrious crime fighter of Gotham. So. Wow, you draw really good.
Yeah. It took a lot of practice doing this, so, you know what? You mind doing me a favor?
Yes, what's up?
Color this in for me. I'm gonna move on. So, one thing for sure, this Batman in this story definitely grabbed a couple of components from the Dark Knight Returns into Year One. Like, one thing I actually cannot believe I didn't mention before, there is narration in this story giving us a good neo-noir vibe.
Like an actual narrator?
Actual narration, like Bruce is narrating, Jim is narrating. We get narration all inside. Like we have different arcs from Jim, from Bruce, from Selina. Selina, she's getting sick and tired of the whole prostitute life. She wants something more out of it. She wants to see a real man. She's already seen that with Bruce. That's why she's so infatuated and into Bruce. And she even finds out from the start that Bruce Wayne is Batman when they first meet up later on in the story.
Really?
Now, yeah. Now, how Bruce does this, like the whole outline and everything.
Yeah. I'm still going, forgive me. We're literally drawing it right here in front of you.
Yeah. Go for it.
We're here too.
Yeah, everything inside. And one thing which is interesting in this story is, of course, if you put two and two together, since Bruce is a garage mechanic, the Batmobile is definitely present in this story. And I gotta tell you, after reading this, I actually want to get this car and literally make it like this Batmobile.
I just got a car now. I want a Batmobile.
Well, listen to this one. The Batmobile in this one is a makeshift modified Lincoln Continental. Like, I would say model 76 with the moon roof and everything else inside.
Continental, really?
A Lincoln Continental.
Alright,
70s model.
I see it. Yeah, go ahead.
Car's built like a tank. Definitely moves. It would have had a school bus engine inside. Like it would have like this. This is how it's described in the script, like a chopped back hood, like for the room for the engine. Heavy bumper modifications welded to the chassis. Blacked out windows, and
Sounds badass.
it is. I would most definitely get a car like that. If it was ever on sale, I would say, you know what, I'm giving you whatever money I want. Just let me have that car. That's badass enough.
Did that come out good?
Come out good. Filled everything out, man.
Alright. So just like,
Yeah. And Flask is most definitely in this story in year one. And at the point where Flask and his buddies, they do beat up Gordon in this one with the bats. Just starts going more fully or whatever.
Don't worry, I got it.
Yeah.
Keep going, I got it.
So all I can say is that there's definitely good sequences in this. Like a couple stuff that really interested me was how he made the suit. How the suit was made was
You're gonna do no close to the camera.
yeah, no. He made this suit out of pure cloth, and the symbol as we're calling it out for you right now would definitely be the symbol that this Batman would have had. He would have had heavy leather gloves, no bat claws here. Sorry. For those who are confused by the hockey mask, let me see so that they can see this. This kind of hockey mask from 1959. This would have been the hockey mask that Bruce Wayne would have worn as Batman. Only this would have been cut in half and spray painted black. So, no more confusion on the hockey mask either. And of course, the groin protector, think like Clockwork Orange, is one on the outside, also spray painted black. He would have had army combat boots, for his boots spray painted black. He would have had a heavy helmet device. I don't know, just a heavy helmet device with some wire sticking out. So the way how this is going,
How was the utility belt?
the utility belt, yes, thank you, I was about to get to that. Utility belt would have been an army combat belt. Think of like the Dark Knight Returns belt. Basically, the Dark Knight Returns in year one. The small ears, the army belt. So that's the suit. The gloves, the belt, groin protected boots, everything above, spray painted black. Everything blacked out. We sort of had the gray cloth like Ben Affleck, and the way how this would have looked. For those who've read year 100, it would kind of like almost fit the description in some way, but he's not wearing the pointed Dracula teeth. But this Batman is most definitely brutal. I will admit, like even for its time, it would have been way ahead of Ben Affleck's Batman. The way how this Batman goes, like how he's narrating and he's busting people up. He doesn't hold back. He lets that anger out.
All
Alright.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay. And here's the finished product. You're all welcome. Live on camera. Well, not live, but you can see.
This is the bat symbol that we almost got.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I like how, like, and I will say the design itself with the T in the middle, you can still just vividly, just kind of see it. It's good.
Oh yeah. But as we move along,
Yeah. Any other points you want to touch on?
I know there's some. Yes. In the end, I did mention Selena Kyle knows that Bruce Wayne is Batman.
Yes.
And one of the scenes people would have definitely loved. For those who have read year one, that scene in the abandoned tenement is most definitely featured in the script.
Really?
Think about it. Batman is cornered by SWAT team, and next thing you know, he has a bomb dropped over his head. The whole building is on fire around him, and once it's all cleared up, fires died down. Whole SWAT team goes in and looks in after him. They search for the Batman, and he
Oh my God.
he takes advantage of these guys. He's busts them up. He sprays mace in their faces, busts the glass covers because he's wearing brass knuckles in the story.
Right.
This would have been a hardcore Batman.
Do you think it would have been rated R? Not to cut you off.
Most definitely rated R. The way how the language would have been, like you would have heard retard, you would have said fuck a couple of times. I mean,
Beep, beep.
the tone itself, like you got prostitutes, you got drugs, and the violence. Most definitely a rated R script, and especially the way how real this would have looked, especially the way how the content was brought out. I would most definitely agree this would have been R, and no one in the right mind would say like, oh yeah, this is not going to be rated R. But
Yeah.
there's a good reason why. Actually, this is a good reason why it never got made. Once it was delivered to Warner Brothers, they looked in horror, described by Frank Miller how he said this. They were like, this is not going to work. We can't do this. We can't. We can't do this. But if you think about it, at the time, they wanted a marketable Batman movie for their kids to go see. But Aronofsky's idea, like, why don't you release your marketable movie while I release this one? But the studio said no.
Yeah.
So I mean, it would have been impossible. Plus, a little confusing. But even if it stood out as a standalone film, I would have most definitely liked it. This would have been a very interesting, not just interesting. I love this story. As a big Bat fan, for those who would definitely disagree with me the way on the content is displayed in the script, I actually love this script. I love this story. So, in the end, Gordon and Batman team up, since Loeb comes in, and he's attempting to kidnap Gordon's wife. A lot of stuff happens. Loeb and the wife are in the truck. Batman busts through the window. Truck flips over. Batman loses his mask. And he has a throwing knife from his boot sheath. And Gordon and Batman chase down Loeb to a park. He's holding Gordon's wife, Anne, at gunpoint. And Bruce Wayne, Batman, whatever at this point, throws the knife into Loeb's eye. For Dark Knight Returns fans, that most definitely sounds familiar to you guys. And so after that, the secret safe, Gordon didn't have his glasses like in year one. And after 15 years, Bruce Wayne finally pops up and says, I'm here. I want to get everything back. The 15 deadline didn't stop yet. I'm still here. I'm still alive. I've been across Europe studying in very good schools. So I'm still here. Don't need to worry. And they got Wayne Manor. Little Al goes with Bruce Wayne. So that's pretty much to it. They revealed the police corruption and all across Gotham. The police force was corrupt. Selena Kyle dons her Catwoman costume for the first time, and she gets her new life while robbing from people and whatever. And
that's her new life.
And that's it. So one thing that I like is Bruce Wayne's tormented psyche. Like,
yes,
we did mention like Bruce Wayne is having horrific nightmares. There would be times like after he wakes up, he would write notes to his dead parents. So some say it helps the person, but I don't know. I'm not educated in that sort of stuff. I might not understand. Maybe it does help them. I'm not too sure. But anyways, I would highly recommend reading this script. This story, definitely radical. I swear, if I was young and I saw this movie, I would have said, this is not Batman. Where's the Joker? Where's the Penguin? This is boring. There's no supervillains. This is not how Batman starts off. No.
Batman.
When I was younger, I wouldn't have had the understanding of what kind of story they were going with, and I won't stop saying it. I love this story. I love this story. This is
Yeah.
it's very good. This is very good. I don't know what to say next. So JT, take it over. I think we displayed enough information here, but I will say the link to the story will be placed below the description. But some rumors say this is the first draft, so who knows? There might be a second and third draft out there. If anything, we will give you an update on what goes on, and we'll get back to you on that. Maybe another editorial, maybe a link somewhere on the Facebook page.
Yes.
So I'm done. JT, take it away.
And if you happen to find a second or third draft, feel free to comment right below and share it with us. We'd love to read it. We'd love to share our interpretations with you in the comment section below. Dan, I think you're going to have to stop talking about that because we got to finish the video. We have to finish the video.
That's what I'm telling you. Please finish it up. I'm done.
All right,
I'm done.
So anyways, but listen, this has been another Batman editorial. Look for our Dark Knight movie commentary tonight, celebrating 10 years of one of the best, if not the best, Batman movies of all time. And overall, I think this script, this could have been movie, this project that never happened, sounds hella good.
Oh yeah, and I will say this one more thing.
Last touch.
Yes.
Okay.
If we did get this script, if we did get this particular story made into a movie, we would never have had Heath Ledger as the Joker in The Dark Knight. So
yeah, right.
It's got to be one or the other.
Yeah, it's true. So it's a very true statement.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. So like I said, thank you so much for watching this editorial. If you like what you see here, subscribe to this YouTube channel. We do editorials. We do movie commentaries. We do movie reviews. We do Rock Talk as well. Rock Talk is coming back in a little while. I know I promised it this week. We're a little tied up at the moment, but we're going to get those out to you sooner or later. Remember, the topics are Bon Jovi's, Slippery When Wet, and Def Leppard's Hysteria, so look for those coming soon. Thank you so much. You can like this video, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. You can follow me on Instagram at JManOffToRock, all lowercase, no spaces. Dan, where can people find you online?
People can find me on Instagram at Popeye9773.
And feel free to follow him more than you follow him. Okay. Okay. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this editorial. You guys are awesome. Like us up, share this video with all of your friends and colleagues and family and other pretentious people. Thank you so much, and you guys are awesome. Have a great rest of your day. See you next time on the same bad time, same bad channel.